I put some more weight on the bar today, just to see where I'm at in terms of the sickness, post sickness. Am I still sick? What's going on? Spending a week on the couch in the bed, not eating a lot, losing a whole stack of weight, and just dealing with inflammation for about a week does a lot of damage to you. So 60 kilos felt heavy for half of that week. Yesterday I tried 100, that kind of felt shaky. Today I tried 140, felt kind of alright, went to 160, and that's kind of the red light, the red limiter, rev limiter for me today. So I'm still way off. But as a thought process of how to move on from here, especially for the rest of the winter, I need to be very careful. So, the rep thing that I was doing during the warmer months, that's definitely not happening until the warmer months. So I'm kind of being in two minds of what to do, how to go about it. And I kind of stuck on the thought of maybe singles, doubles, maybe triples, I don't know, are a good thing to do during winter. Proving that you can stay injury free. Obviously, when you start to deal with heavy weight, with singles and doubles and whatnot, you start to put a lot of tension through the system. And historically speaking, tension for a few weeks in a row usually translates to me having some sort of a hip niggle that progresses and then eventually causes me to go crazy and then go back to the other spectrum of things and high reps. And then I always rave on about how revs are the best things, just reps, keep on smashing that. But clearly, this idea, I wish it was awesome that I could do it year round, but I can't do it during winter. It's too taxing. So I need to do other things. And so maybe there's like a natural order of things here. You do singles during winter, and then you do more volume and harder breathing, more metabolic stress during the warmer months. And then that's kind of like your calendar right there, just in the broad strokes of things. The thing is, my feeling still stands that I don't want to be doing singles. I don't want to be doing singles because I've got such a bad history of singles. But as is always the case with everything you do in life, I've got a lot of chapters under my belt now of discovery and trial and error and whatnot when it comes to hip pain and how to manage it. I feel like I've discovered a lot of things along those lines this year, which kind of resulted in the wonderful squatting that I had in the earlier half of the year. So maybe I could venture forth with doing kind of like just a general kind of setup where I come in and I do a single on squat and I make sure that it is a training single. It's not like a proper max. And then after that, I just do some fluff. I call it fluff, but it's, it's far from fluff. It's actually what, really drives progress. And that's stuff like leg extensions, belt squats, GHD, all that stuff. And I get some reps through there and stay the hell away from anything heavy. Now, the belt squat, I don't want to call it fluff, but it is not the proper thing. So you can make anything, very, very heavy. So the belt squat machine is a glorious piece of equipment. And you can absolutely get hammered with it. So just putting one plate on that machine aside taxes me, absolutely kills me. So when I say fluff on the belt squat machine, I'm talking about no weight on the machine at all, and do like 20s and 30s on it or something like that. Something basically that has no systemic failure and that's not going to tax me too much and then put me in a deficit in terms of resources, and then I get sick again. So things like leg extensions, that belt squat that I'm talking about, sets of 30, and then like sets of 30 on the GHD, maybe those are the only reps I should be doing during winter. And then everything else is just singles and super not taxing weight on the bar. Things like the SSB sets of 10, don't do that. AMRAPs on the straight bar, don't do that. Hatfields, don't do that. All of that stuff is kind of made to overreach. You're overreaching with these exercises, and I love them, but you really need to be in an environment where you don't get so smashed, and then you go to hospital and you got sick kids and everyone at the school is sick and everyone's sick, and then you get sick again. And then there you go, another week of sickness and misery and not living life well. So I'm thinking about going back to the core roots of the Squat Everyday program and how I originally started it. And I quickly learned that it wasn't sustainable to do it that way. So maybe I can do it, but just do it 3 months of the year, where I do it during the colder seasons. And then everything else, I can live with the ideology which I've developed in recent months, which is high reps, on all of those things that I spoke about. AMRAPs on a straight bar, those are the real progressors for me. The singles on the straight bar, that doesn't do anything. I've proven that over freaking years. It keeps you fresh and it keeps you, skillful to lift heavy weight, but it doesn't actually do anything for building. And I truly mean that. All right, guys, that's what's on my mind today. Starting to get a little bit more stronger and healthier. Just contemplating how to move forward. That's all. Appreciate you guys. Catch you in the next one. Peace out.